Hi, everybody. I'm back. Thank you for being here. I had a good break, and it's good to be back. We're going to talk about something really cool tonight. Let me just make sure my sound is on. Good. Hopefully, you can all hear me. Hello and welcome, Tanya, Yvonne, Tim, Maisie. Thank you so much for being here. We're going Tonight, we're going to talk about insomnia and the paranormal and a specific study that was done. And I'm going to tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and what worries me about it, and why I'm using air quotes when I talk about it. So, for those of you who are watching this down the road, I'm going to put a timestamp in the description. You can go right to the content. But tonight, we're here because I'm back from my long vacation that I needed desperately, you guys. I needed it desperately. And I am so glad that I'm back. I'm rested. I'm hopefully in a better place and moving forward. Dr. Ray is supposed to be joining me. Could be Nicole might come up. Tanya became a member. Hello. How do I highlight that? Can I highlight it? Thank you so much for becoming a member of my channel. Guys, you can be a member of my channel for just 99 cents a month. And I'm going to start doing more for my members, but it just really supports me. And you can use cool emojis in the chat during the live streams too. So definitely check that out. And thank you, Tanya. It is so good to have you as a member of my channel. Thank you so much. That is totally awesome. So yes, I am back. Let me take the intro out of the studio. Bill W., good to see you. Thank you for being here, Bill, not Bill. It's good to see you. Anyway, like I was saying, it's really good to be back, and I have a really cool slideshow, and you may hear weird sounds in the background. Okay, so we've been away for like almost 3 weeks. I was in Atlanta with my daughter doing MomoCon. If anybody's into anime conventions, we had a booth at MomoCon. She did amazing. It was amazing. And then we were on vacation, and I really needed it. I needed the cleansing breath. Hello, Miss Dory. It's good to see you, my beautiful navigator. Good to see you. How did it go? It was amazing. She did so well. She was in Artist Alley. The name of her company, guys, if anybody ever wants to check it out, if you like cute things and cute bats and cute cats and just cute things, is I don't know if I have a banner here for it, but it's called burbleg.com. And I would love to put it up here for you. Here it is. Here, burbleg.com. You go there and you can see all her cute stuff. She did so well. It was an amazing time. We actually had a guy, unfortunately, she was in the bathroom when this happened, and I had no clue who he was, but this guy from TikTok who has 8.1 million followers came and bought some stuff, and I was like, oh, all right, thank you. Yeah, that looks really good on you. And then somebody came running up and told us, and my daughter came back and she's like, what? I miss Danny Phantom. But anyway, it was really cool. We had an amazing time. And I went away and I took equipment with me and did nothing. I did nothing for the paranormal. I did nothing. I really needed to restart. I really needed it, you guys. And Miss Vale is here. Hello, Miss Vale. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you? And how are you?
Am I echoing yet?
I hear you. Are you in a car?
No, I'm actually in my bedroom.
Oh, okay, it sounds like you're in a car, but welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Recall, I missed Recall. I think he's here. Recall is here. I see somebody saying hi, so hi, Recall. So Nicole is here. Yeah, there's a lot of background noise in your bedroom. It sounds like
Yeah,
you're in a
I totally
car.
get it.
That's so funny. So anyway, let me see if I can. How do I do this? Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't know. I don't know what these settings are. Anyway, I'll figure it out. So anyway, what we're going to do tonight, Nicole's going to join me here, and I have something very interesting to discuss with you tonight and to show you. And why don't we get started? And if you can share this out, that'd be great. If you know how to play the game, play the game. The prize radio is right behind me here. Here it is, the prize ghost box that you can win by playing the game, and other wonderful prizes. So let me get Nicole back here. Okay, and let me get my slideshow up. Okay, so what we're going to talk about tonight, the topic for tonight is insomnia and the paranormal. And the reason that those two things are in the same sentence is there was evidently a study done that is saying, for the most part, that those of us and many others who claim to have paranormal experiences are actually insomniacs. Now, that's paraphrasing it, but I'm going to go through this and I'm going to tell you all about this study. And it's from an article. Let me get to my next slide. I'll show you. Belief in the paranormal and sleep deprivation. So, what they're saying is the people who claim to have had paranormal experiences are sleep deprived for the most part. But wait, because I have an argument with that and I have some questions about it. So let's get into it. So a recent study found a link between the quality of sleep and the occurrence of seeing ghosts or paranormal or supernatural things, such as experiencing the presence of ghosts. Now, this is a study that I'll tell you who did the study, but this feature I found by this Nikhil Pandey, who posted it on ndtv.com. So that's what I'm pulling from, this article. All credit to this person who wrote this article. And I'll tell you where you can see the study. And the links will be in the description later if you want to look at the study and if you want to look at this article. And there are a number of other people that wrote articles based on the same exact thing. But this is interesting, but for a couple of reasons. And we lost her, but she'll be back, I'm sure. The research, which had been published in the Wiley Online Library. I don't know what the Wiley Online Library is titled The Associations Between Paranormal Beliefs and Sleep Variables. Okay, in order to arrive at a firm conclusion, we'll see how firm I think it is. The researchers of this study, which was carried out as a survey. Now, keep that in mind. This is a study carried out as a survey. Tried to undertake thorough research by evaluating paranormal beliefs in relation to a wide range of sleep variables in a large sample. Now, when you do a study, your sample and your control sample is very important. So we're going to just see how scientific this really was. But according to Science Alert, researchers conducted the study using an online survey. So now you see those surveys all the time. You go online, like, take this survey, take that survey. How many times should you exercise to lose weight? How far should you walk to lose weight? Well, this was an online survey and was promoted on social media and in the BBC Science Focus magazine. So in a magazine, I don't know if it's a paper magazine. Are there paper magazines anymore? I don't know. In the end, 8,853 participants who were all at least 18 years of age responded to questions about paranormal topics and sleep variables. So basically, next one. Here we go. So links between paranormal beliefs and the other sleep variables. And when they keep saying sleep variables, they're talking about all kinds of different things that happen to people in their sleep. Were also revealed, and for all associations, it was found that a higher level of paranormal belief was associated with a poorer subjective sleep quality, even when controlling for age and gender effects, the study authors mentioned. Okay. In particular, participants who reported stronger beliefs in the soul living on after death, the existence of ghosts, the ability of some people to communicate with the dead, us, who think we can anyway, and the presence of aliens on Earth, I mean, this goes deep, tended to report lower sleep efficiency, in other words, good, deep REM sleep, longer sleep latency, took them longer to get to sleep, shorter sleep duration, they didn't sleep a lot, whether, I mean, I don't sleep a lot, but my children have to sleep like 10 hours a night, and increased insomnia symptoms, not being able to get to sleep at all, Okay. So experts behind the study mentioned that reports of paranormal activity or anomalous beliefs, which are just out of the ordinary beliefs, basically, could be mistaken as prima facie evidence, which means just on face value, just what you see is what you get, for more severe disorders. And they believe that this may encourage clinicians to assess for relevant sleep disturbances and parasomnias, sleep problems, in addition to other forms of psychopathology. Hey, George, you have insomnia big time. Wow. I know how much of a pain that can be. And I hope that you can work through that. I know how much of a pain that can be. Vale is back. So, moving on, people with insomnia and sleep paralysis, which many people that watch our videos that we interact with in the paranormal community have talked about sleep paralysis and their interpretation of what they think it is. There are more, the study says they're more likely to believe in aliens, the afterlife, and things that go bump in the night, which used to be my old tagline on my channel. Okay, so reported sightings of ghosts, demons, and aliens are more common at night. I mean, it's the traditional thing, right? The things that go bump in the night. Ooh, because it's dark and it's scary. Right. And we're all so afraid of the dark. Although I've always loved the dark. I used to, when I was a teenager, I convinced my mother to have my grandmother paint my room midnight blue. And I would it was like a blackout tank when I would go in there. And I just loved to sleep that way. Those who see them may have one thing in common, according to a new study published in the Journal of Sleep Research: sleep disturbances. People report ostensibly paranormal experiences during the night. So I keep that in mind because I'm going to make another point about that as well. Betul Rauf, a PhD student at Goldsmith, he's a PhD student at Goldsmith University Sleep Lab, who led this study. So this student, this PhD student, now granted, PhD students probably pretty smart, right? Working on probably their doctoral thesis, and this study was probably their thesis. For some, these experiences can be terrifying, which may lead to increased anxiety, and this in turn can further disturb existing sleep problems. Yeah. So and any of you who have ever had insomnia know that it's a vicious cycle, because you can't get to sleep. And then when you're awake, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't get to sleep. I'm not going to get to sleep tonight. And it's a vicious cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, that's exactly what they said. It can cause a vicious cycle. Several researchers were inspired to investigate the relationship between the belief in paranormal experiences on the quality of sleep to offer an alternative explanation when people perceive what they think is a ghost or a demon at night. So we're talking about intelligent people probably doing this for the PhD doctoral dissertation. And obviously, there's a good chance that they do or do not believe in the paranormal. So they're trying to say that people who believe in the paranormal may have an underlying problem. That's what this is leading to. The research group conducted a survey of 8,835 participants who self-reported their demographics, sleep disturbances, and paranormal beliefs. Now, if you know anything about polls, okay, has anybody ever put a poll online? Anybody who owns a business, my daughter owns a business, and she put a poll online about, and she doesn't do this anymore because she'll put a poll online and say, are you interested in me making this, or this product? And people are like, oh, I want that. I want that. I want that. You know, people fill out a survey online. It's anonymous. They can say whatever they want. They can say whatever they're thinking at that moment. Take that into account. She doesn't do it anymore because it doesn't prove out. It just doesn't prove out. You're in a business, you need to just read the trends and make a decision and go with it. So that's how I'm kind of looking at this study, which was really an online social media survey. But anyway, they're saying that the people, these 8,800 people, self-reported. Well, of course, it was just a survey. So they could have said, I live on the moon. You know, my grandson is here. If you hear meepy noises, that's him. So they found that those who experience sleep disruptions like insomnia and sleep paralysis are more likely to endorse paranormal beliefs, such as the soul living on after death, an ability for some people to communicate with the dead, and the existence of ghosts and demons. In particular, episodes of sleep paralysis, which I I don't think I may have experienced it once in my life, but I have never really experienced it. But an exploding head syndrome. Now it says where an explosive crashing sound in your head jolts you awake as you're beginning to fall asleep or in the middle of the night. This is something that I can speak to. Okay, I
Mhm.
have something called pavor nocturnus, which is also known as night terrors. Night terrors don't come from a dream. They just happen. You're sleeping like a baby, and then suddenly, bam, and you're awake, and I'm running through the house, flipping lights on, and I get to the front of the house, and I finally wake up. Um, so I think that what they're talking about, this exploding head syndrome, is akin to pavor nocturnus, the thing that I suffer from, which is generally something that children have and grow out of if they have it. I created it as an adult somehow. and my husband married me and then was very surprised because he was like, what did I marry? What are you doing? And honestly, one night I jumped 4 feet off the bed. I was 8.5 months pregnant, and I dove to the floor, and I'm on the floor going, get down, get down, get down. Another night, I got up, stood up, and literally punched the wall as hard as I could. And then I woke up because it hurt like a mama. And I have no idea what caused it. But there was only one time in over 30 years that I have run through the house and grabbed a kitchen knife. One time. So, but that's the only one he ever talks about is that
Of
one
course.
time. That one time. Hello, Ray. Ray is here.
Hello.
Hello. We're talking about insomnia and the paranormal. So, in particular, episodes of sleep paralysis and exploding head syndrome, which I've just talked about because I believe that's like my night terrors, where an explosive crashing sound in your head jolts you awake as you're beginning to fall asleep or in the middle of the night.
I got a question on this because I've been
Mhm.
wondering what it is.
Mhm.
I'm just about asleep, and it could be a smallest of a noise, like a pencil hitting a
Mhm.
table, and it sounds
Mhm.
like a cymbal in my head.
There you go. And also what I've always been told about what happens right as you're falling asleep and then suddenly you jolt awake is that second when all of your muscles are relaxing. Now, I find it hard to believe that every muscle in your body can relax at the same time, but
Mhm.
that's what I've always been told. The thing is, I suffer from the night terrors. So I am more likely to look that way as far as an explanation for it. Um, it's hard to explain, and I've been asked to do sleep studies before, and I haven't done them because I don't want to be like hooked up to a machine with a bunch of people watching me and then like jump up and start flipping all their machines off, and
Mhm.
because that's what I would do. I would jump up and I would start running through the house, flipping on every light, and then I would get to the front door and wake up.
You'd be
So
scared
I
of all
don't
their machines.
and then I'm gonna do that and be videotaped. I'm like, nah.
Put this on
Thanks.
YouTube so we can see it.
Nah. Yeah, that would be a good YouTube video. Maybe I should do it. Maybe I
There you,
get
there
some
you
views,
go. A lot of views right there.
right?
Might be worth
So
this if it was a paid study and they paid you to do
well, yeah, if they pay me, that's a whole different story.
it.
You want to pay me? Pay me. Then I'll do it. But I need that tape. I need that tape.
It's live stream.
A live stream. Right. Oh God. Well, I've seen people do that. So it says that the sleep paralysis. Now, I don't think I've ever had sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis was highly associated with the belief that near death experiences are evidence of life after death. Um, Dory says she's had several. You had several sleeps, so you're not in the same room. It's like a nice hotel room. Yeah, but are they videotaping you? I mean, what's the point? What's the point if they're not watching? Somebody should be watching. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's important to note that we are only report. So this is from the study. We are only reporting on the correlations between variables and results require replication before strong conclusions can be drawn. So basically, this was a study. It was a survey. People filled it out and they went with that data. It hasn't been proven. It hasn't been recreated in any way. In other words, it's not a study where they actually, could do. I don't know that there's any way they could do it where they could have a control group and then the group do it. I don't see a way they could do it. It's just a survey, really. And the author of the study said adding that a longitudinal study would help to prove her findings. Yeah, it would help, but can it even be done? Although we do not provide any information about the direction of effects between variables, one possibility is that certain aspects of sleep may help to explain why some things go bump in the night. More research is required before this is clear. The problem I have with this is it's just a survey. I could say anything I want on a survey. I could say I live on the moon and, I sleep 1 minute a night, which I actually had a friend in college who never slept and had to have her own room. She slept 15 minutes a night. That was it. It's just how her body worked. But I could say anything I want. So this study doesn't mean a whole lot to me. It's sort of anecdotal, in a way. It's almost to me like medical clickbait. You know what I mean? It's just like somebody came up with this cool idea for their PhD dissertation and here we have it. So, interesting. I see his fingers. So according to the study's authors, should the findings be replicated, the insights could potentially provide healthcare providers with important information when faced with patients reporting experiencing paranormal phenomena. The increased correlation of paranormal beliefs may be indicative of sleep disruption. For example, making the information potentially helpful for diagnosing such ailments. Okay, next slide. My problem here with it. Reports of paranormal activity or anomalous beliefs could be mistaken as prima facie evidence. We've read that already for severe disorders such as schizophrenia, schizotypal personality disorder, or depression with psychotic features. What? Reads the study. I'm like, the results provided here may encourage clinicians to assess for relevant sleep disturbances and parasomnias, sleep problems, in addition to other forms of psychopathology. Clearly, accurate differential diagnosis could have important treatment implications. What? Dude, it's like a survey you put on Instagram or something, or wherever you put it. I don't know where you put it. And people answered a bunch of questions and they're making it sound like this could be a way to diagnose schizophrenia.
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
Well, it's a stretch, but then you get this PhD person doing it, and it's worrisome. That's very worrisome to me. The only reason it's not worrisome to me is because of the nature of the study. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. So according to now USA Today, see, this is what happens. They do something like this. It gets out there because they get it published somewhere and they get their PhD. Woo! And they go on to teach, ancient Latin somewhere. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is mulling over this goofy stuff. And anyway, so USA Today, a newspaper, reported now 2 in 5, or roughly 40% of Americans believe ghosts are real. And 20% say they have seen one. Roughly 43% of the population believe in demons. Pew Research, which is a very well-known research body, found belief in aliens is more prevalent, with nearly 2/3 of Americans saying there is intelligent life on other planets. Okay, so that's just, some statistics. I can't talk tonight. I've been on vacation too long. This is interesting. Sleep disturbances in different cultures, like the genie's lamp. In Egypt, sleep paralysis is believed to be caused by invisible trickster genies called jinn. We've all heard of jinn. We don't. We have seen Aladdin, right? Aladdin. And in Turkey, it was the Karabasan, a mysterious spirit creature that freezes sleepers in their bed. So this is looking for an explanation. Always looking for an explanation for why these things are happening. As a lay person, we're thinking, why do I wake up but I can't move? Why do I wake up and I see this figure in my bedroom? Why does that happen? In Italy, the state is called an attack of the pandaface. That's the best way I could think that's pronounced. It's a pandaface. I don't know. Described as an evil witch or a menacing giant cat. I could not find an acceptable an acceptable, shareable picture because all of the pictures of the panda face are hideous, hideous, and no. So we've got the cat with the tin hat, but
Mm.
so in the regions of Marche and Abruzzo, it is referred to as the panda fish or pantafica attack. The panda fish usually refers to an evil witch, sometimes a ghost-like spirit, or a terrifying cat-like creature. I don't get that. It mounts on the chest of the victim and tries to harm them. Again, sleep paralysis. You feel like you can't do anything. And again, I don't believe I've ever suffered it. And here's a good one. I love this one. Indigenous people of South Africa believe such sleep disturbances to be caused by black magic cast by dwarves called Tokoloshe. Isn't he adorable? He's just adorable. In Zulu mythology, Tokoloshe, Tokoloshi, Tokoloch, or Thokolosi, or Hilly, why not, is a dwarf-like water spirit. It's a mischievous and evil spirit that can become invisible by drinking water or swallowing a stone, one or the other. Tokoloshes are called upon by malevolent people to cause trouble for others. So that's that whole, I cast a spell on you because I don't like you. What was the movie with Mel Gibbons? I like that. Mel Gibbons. Crop circles. I don't remember. I'm so bad with these movies.
Right.
Yeah.
That thing looks like a puck wedgie.
Is that nasty? Is that nasty or what? Who drew that? Somebody very talented drew that ugly thing.
It's like a puck wedgie.
Oh my God. Oh, look. Oh, I'm not even going to read about it.
Person do that.
I would not want to wake up and see that.
Yeah, they're not sleeping well. That artist.
You're not sleeping well if you wake up and you see that. I mean, I don't need a study on social media to tell me that. Macy, I think I was going out with his brother. Well, I hope his brother was a little better looking and had eyes. He's so gross.
And a couple more teeth.
And a couple more teeth. People try, now this is again from this article. People try to explain things happening through the paranormal means when they can't find an explanation for things that are going on. So not only do they think we're schizophrenic, they think we're
Right.
just making stuff up because we don't know what's going on. So this doesn't bode well, for those of us who feel that we've had a lifetime of experiences. And honestly,
crazy.
You crazy person. But the thing is, you see that after you eat fish on the flight. Yeah. The thing is, when I think about it, and I know that there are probably people in this world that think I'm nuts.
I'm verifiable.
All right, I'm certifiable. When I think about it, it's like, yeah, okay, so there's this one aspect of my life, right? The paranormal, but every other aspect of my life, believe it or not, is normal. I mean, yeah, I'm on YouTube, but it's normal otherwise. Okay? I know. I keep coming back here.
You have an addiction like
It's
me.
for these wonderful people that come. That's why I'm here, because I love all you guys. But otherwise, every other aspect of my life is really pretty midline. It's pretty darn normal. I have a family, I have children, I have grandchildren, I have a business, I have, I'm pretty, I have hobbies. People like me. YouTube weirdos. No. We are the YouTube weirdos. Every other aspect of my life is normal. So I find it. What are you drinking? Are you having a Coke? But otherwise, so
Yeah.
it makes it hard for me to believe that I'm certifiable. So who is this that was saying this? Whoever Don Collins is, a director at. Oh, this is interesting. So this is said by Don Collins. Now, I don't know this group. A director at Fringe Paranormal, a paranormal investigator group. How about investigative? An investigator group in Ohio. Anybody ever heard of them? Has anybody ever heard of Fringe Paranormal?
I'm like the disgruntled brother of Tom Collins.
That used to be my go-to drink back in college. So I have to look it up and see if I don't know how old this article is. And I have the link, and I'll put the link in the description later for the article and the study and all that, if anybody's even interested. But so this Don Collins dude or dudette, I don't know, said this and said negative things are happening around them. They may tend to attribute it to paranormal activity. So obviously he's got a paranormal group, but he thinks lots of people just make stuff up to explain it away as well. It's an interesting quote. And I think he was talking to USA Today. So here's the question. Should you tell your doctor you're seeing ghosts? After
No.
seeing this live stream, would you tell your doctor you're seeing ghosts? Heck no. Are you kidding me? Either I'm a nut, a liar, or certifiably insane in
All
their
three.
eyes. Okay, or all three, or all three. So that's like, no, I don't think so. I can. Oh, Dory is so sweet. I can vouch Cynthia's as normal as anyone else I know, and more so than many. Well, thank you, Dory. Dory's a sweetheart. She's my navigator. We went to the Conjuring House together. We got to go somewhere else together, Dory. We got to go.
I was thinking that at your house, and I can vouch you're extremely normal. More than
I'm like scary normal. I mean, except for this whole YouTube lights on my desk, lights behind me on microphone, and keep coming back. And except for this, my life's pretty normal. So I don't think I'm crazy. But obviously, whoever this Ralph person is, I hope that he got his PhD, and I'm sure he did. I mean, it's you got to come up with something, right? To do a dissertation, you got to come up with something. But it's very interesting. So, as far as I'm concerned, if I would never tell my doctor this. I would never. I wouldn't. I would never do it. Yes, best to lay low. Just lay low. Hey, doc, I've been seeing ghosts. No, don't say that. And there was another article I found, by the way, that said not only do they think maybe that you're, but from an ophthalmological, there's a hair on my hand, ophthalmological standpoint, which is your eye doctor. This article said, if you think you're seeing ghosts, call your eye doctor. I'm like, what? What? Now there's something wrong with my eyes? I've been wearing glasses since I was 18 months old. Hang on, let me close this out. Hang on one second. My last slide says the links to the article in the study will be in the description, and that's pretty obvious. Anyway, I've been wearing glasses since I was 18 months old, but I've been having experiences since I was 5 years old. Now, either I'm having experiences or they gave me the wrong glasses. What? Literally, this article was like, call your ophthalmologist if you think you're seeing ghosts, because it could be your eyes. And
you got the special ghost seeing glasses.
I got the special ghost seeing glasses. Hey, you know how much people pay for those?
These are for our millionaire clients. We're going to have to get you back in here for a examination right away. People think you're crazy.
But look at it this way, though. Now, these guys think, well, it could be signs of you being schizophrenic or having some other kind of underlying problem that has nothing to do with really ghosts. Or these ones think maybe it's something with your eyes, which your eyes see because of your brain. So it's still in your brain, but they're thinking that it's something to do with your vision. So now if the eye doctor decides that it's something to do with your vision, does that mean you're not crazy?
Oh, yeah.
Do you get the eye doctor to call the other guy and go, see, I'm not crazy. It's my eyes. It's my eyes.
It's my eye doctor.
It's my eyes. I mean, this opens up. Yes, low sugar sparkles. That's right. My blood sugar is crashing. Oh, you know what? I can tell you something. High hypoglycemia runs in my family. I don't have it, but the blood sugar just here is blood sugar and then whoosh, crash. And my mother in her lifetime has driven herself to the ER 3 times because she thought she was having a heart attack. You will start to hallucinate at some point. If your blood sugar is too low, if you're not eating, if you're not drinking water, there are many things that will cause you to hallucinate. But my other issue, what?
I don't think I could do an investigation without drinking or eating.
Are you going to come on camera, or am I going to just keep talking to your avatars? One of my issues with it is this. First of all, I feel that it's foolish. It was just an online social media survey. I don't give that much credence. I think it's just like the ones that say, what's the best jean shape for you? What shape of blue jeans should you wear for your body shape? It's the same thing as far as I'm concerned.
What's my
Anybody
lightsaber color?
yeah. Are you pear shaped or are you apple shaped? I can't even answer. I'm like, do I look like a
Lose
pear?
100
Do I look
pounds
like
in
an
a week
apple?
because of your
I
body
don't know.
metabolism.
Oh my God. And so I look at it that way. So that's one problem. The other thing is, besides the fact that I hate that they're going into how it could help doctors diagnose really bad things, I think that's ridiculous, is that those of us who've had paranormal experiences during our lives have had many, many, many of them during the day when we're wide awake.
Mhm.
Okay, it has nothing to do when I'm asleep at night is probably when the least of my experiences occur. And if somebody says that this happened when they were asleep, they're talking about sleep paralysis, that's one thing. But if they're saying I'm seeing ghosts when I'm asleep, well, dude, you're dreaming.
Yeah.
Okay, because if I see something in the night when I'm laying in my bed, it's because I'm awake or I woke up. So I'm awake. It has nothing to do with being asleep. Not to mention, a lot of my experiences that I had throughout my life happened during the day in public places with other human beings around me. So I knew I was awake. I wasn't dreaming that I was awake. I wasn't dreaming that I was at the mall. I wasn't dreaming that I was in public. I was literally in public when these things happened, when I would hear my name called over and over again. I was not asleep. So this study is all about sleep and the paranormal. But to me, it doesn't make sense. If you're sleeping, how are you having a paranormal experience? Unless you're having an out of body experience, which they didn't even mention. Not one of those 8,800 and nama people mentioned astral projection. Not a one of them.
That's a new can of worms.
Or the widely held belief that your dead relatives visit you while you're sleeping.
But they visit you if that's in a dreamlike state. That's not
Yeah.
it. None of it makes sense to me. And when I was reading it, and then I got to the part where they were like, well, this could help doctors diagnose bigger problems. I was like angry. I'm like, that's stupid. Like, dude, what university were you at? Because I need to call them. I'm
It's like
like,
getting a hangnail and being diagnosed with herpes.
it's exactly. Oh wow, you were missing a leg because you can't see straight. I mean, come on. It's just it's a non sequitur. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Like one thing
Mm-mm.
this does not equal this. This equals this and this equals this, but that doesn't mean that this equals this. You know what I mean? A equals B, B equals C, but that doesn't mean A always equals C. It's just dumb. And I'm no PhD student, but I am a member of Mensa. Okay. I'm not stupid. Okay. But I think it's silly. I think it was just this cool idea that this person came up with to do their PhD dissertation. And I'm sure that whoever read it thought it was cool. But being from the community I'm from, it pisses me off. It pisses me off a little bit.
I have a resident who is actually schizophrenic and psychotic, and she says there's no such thing as ghosts. So there proves your point.
Really?
Saw it online.
Wow. That's crazy because generally those people with those afflictions definitely, usually, often, from what I've read, see
Well, she could
things.
be lying to me too, though. But
Well,
she thought it was funny.
right. I mean, she might be. Yes, you look like you're wearing a crown, right? The clock is behind you and you look like you're wearing a crown. That's great. No,
But
that's actually very interesting.
I do have an interesting theory though.
Mhm.
So whenever I was doing my thesis,
Mhm.
and so we use 10% of our brains only. Okay.
Right.
So when you go into a lot of these psychiatric hospitals and people are seeing bugs crawling on them and they're having visions and things like that, who's to say that they're not there and they are using more than 10% of their brains?
Mhm. Mhm.
It's
But
also
the
those cases are very real to that person.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, oh yeah, and but they may be, because of their affliction, they may be tapping into a part that isn't normally used, And so it's just throwing all kinds of things. I mean, there's all kinds of theories about near-death experiences. It's just our brains showing us, different things. There's all kinds of theories. It could be definitely something like that. It's crazy though. I mean, it's very interesting, and that's why I wanted to share it with all of you, because I just found it interesting, a little aggravating. I don't know why it suddenly came up in my feed, which is interesting to think about. Why did it suddenly come up in my feed? I don't know.
Someone saying, "Oh, you believe in ghosts? What a psycho!" And then boom.
You're either psychotic or you're cross-eyed. What's the matter with you? It's like, dude, I know I'm cross-eyed. I'm half cross-eyed anyway. But yeah, no. So I just thought that was, Chicken. Chicken made a trip out to Michigan. Chicken went to visit Ray. It's true home. It's true home. Ray had to have it. Yes, one of my followers was so kind to send the chicken to me. And yes, it's a bag, it's a purse, it's very handy.
For when we go to Gettysburg.
Are you going to bring the chicken?
I am. I'm going to
That's
have
awesome.
full fun chicken.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm looking forward.
As much equipment that I can in here.
It's the parrot chicken.
I'm wearing the shirt.
It's the parrot chicken. There he is. He's going to go to Gettysburg and Antietam and Harper's Ferry.
And
We're
we
going
still
in
get to have
September.
breakfast. I'm so
And we still get to have breakfast, and we're going in September, folks. So
happy.
Let's see what Bill W says. I had an experience when I was 2 that has stayed with me my whole life. My earliest memory was when I was 3 years old. How many people can remember what went down with them at 2? Yeah, well, it's amazing. I have one specific memory from when I was 3 years old. So it does happen. It does happen. Yeah, spirit box. What did he say? Spirit box koozie. Yeah. No, you can.
Heck yeah, George.
I do have that. I do have a memory, and whatever it is, it has stuck with me. And it's sort of like our brains are a CD, and you know how the random access, it's just we all access different things. And I don't know anything about what percentage of my brain I'm using. Lately, I feel like none, because just been kind of, and I needed this vacation so badly. So I went on this vacation and just trying to, decide what I'm doing going forward. And, I just needed that cleansing breath, like I said. But, I mean, on paper, I'm smart. But I always tell people, I think I gave a piece of my brain to each of my kids. And then as time gone by, it's just like,
But you're smart in real life, in person.
Supposedly.
Self-deprecating.
I get my magazine every month. I pay my dues every year. If anybody doesn't know, Mensa is a high IQ society. But I am on the lower end. I'm a low end genius. Okay.
I thought you were talking about AARP, because I look forward to that magazine now.
No, not AARP. Mensa.
Oh, that's different. You wouldn't even let me buy a copy of that. Are you kidding me? I'm dumb.
Buy a copy. I had to take a test. You have to take a 3-hour.
They lied to me, those bastards.
You have to take a 3-hour proctored exam.
Oh,
and then they'll send you something in the mail. And if you have a high enough IQ, they invite you to pay them dues every year for the rest of your life. And you get a magazine, though. No, it's a good organization. They do a lot of stuff. I'm bad. I've never gone to any of the get-togethers or anything. But
they have the annual Walk to End Stupidity.
I just don't want the real geniuses to know how stupid I am. So I've never gone to any of them.
I feel like that around adults, actually.
Oh, look what I got, by the way, at the convention. I found it. Look what I sourced out.
It's the Echo.
Oh, Ghostbusters.
It's the original one from 2014 with Winston Zeddemore in Ecto 1. Wow. It's not the new one. There is a new one from the new Ghostbusters, but this is the old one. I wish I could have
been there to see your little happy dance as soon as you found that.
No, they had a booth with all these Funko Pops, and they were as high, and it was a 30-foot ceiling, but they were way up there. And I'm looking. I finally get the guy. I'm like, look, do you have any of the original Ghostbusters Funkos. And he's like, goes on his phone. He's like, I have one in the car. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. He's like, okay, you have to find it. I'm like, oh. So we're going in his aisles and looking, and
And
he's
you're
like,
just hectoring this poor guy all the way to his car.
I'm just following. I'm like, find it, find it, find it, find it. And he found, and I looked up, and I'm like, oh. He's like, there it is. I'm like, get it, get it, get it.
What an awesome story, I like
I'm like, whatever. How much do you want for it? Whatever. Here's my card. Here's my card.
that. Shut up and take my money.
Take my money. Take my money. Take my. I'm just. I mean, it's just. So now I have all of the Ghostbuster guys, right? I have. God, I can't see anymore. I got Venkman. I got Spangler, who's my favorite, of course, and I've got what's his name? Stance, Ray Stance. And now I have Winston, because Winston only came in the car. You couldn't get Winston separately.
That
Okay.
sounds vaguely weird.
I have to go look. I think I have Slimer. So all I'm missing is the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
Oh.
I am missing.
I'll keep my eyes open because I see those things everywhere.
Number 109, Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man, the original. I don't want no new Marshmallow Man, because they're just the little guys in the new movie, which was great. I loved the new movie. Made me cry. Loved it. Loved the movie. But that will complete my collection. If I think I have Slimer. If I get the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, that will complete my original Ghostbusters Funko collection. Ooh.
Are you going to make a diorama?
It is a diorama. It's already a diorama. I'm taking them out of the box. Hello, Tom. How are you, Tom? Take them out of the box for shame. No, look at him. He's nice and comfortable in there.
There's one on eBay for $35.
Who? Stay Puft Marshmallow Man number
109. He's on
109.
Yeah, he's on eBay for 35 and all the way up to 42.77.
I'm gonna snap that up tonight after I get off live stream, and I will finish my collection. I'm so. I mean, it's the little things, people. It's the little things, people. Is there not a firehouse as well? Is there a firehouse?
Oh, I think there would be. You know.
Imagine. Hi, Beth. Is there one? Wait, hold on. Hang on.
Did he have a dog?
Pop, Ghost, Busters, Firehouse, Funko Pop. What's that? What's that? Oh, wait. No way. No way. It's got to be from my Ghostbusters too. There is one. Wait a minute. 03 Dr. Peter Venkman with Firehouse? Seriously? Wait a minute. I'm going to try to do this again. It's not a good thing. Where is it? Window. Chrome tab. Dr. Peter Venkman with Firehouse. Look.
What?
Get out. What year was that made? Oh, well, thank you for now uncompleting my collection. It's not a very good version of the Firehouse. That building is actually very cool, you guys. Wow. You know what? I have to do more research. I find it hard to believe that that's real. I know. I'm sorry. I'm questioning. It's very important that it's actually real. Let's see. Wait.
Firehouse prank.
Let's see. Hang on. Wait. Where's the date? 2006. I have to do research. Okay. This involves research. Oh, Kitty. What did I do here? Okay. I'm gonna look into that. Hello, Kitty.
It's not me.
Yes. I am a nerd. Actually, I got my feelings hurt because while we were doing the convention, everything, I was talking to my husband on the phone, and I said, "I love all these people. These are my people. Here are all the nerds." And he said, "You're not a nerd." And I was actually taken aback. I'm like, "Excuse me?" He
Them
says, "You're not."
fighting words.
Yeah. He says, "You're not really a nerd."
I'm a nerd,
He says,
damn it.
says, "You're a geek." I'm like, oh, I was hurt. I was
Telling a
hurt.
member of Mensa that they're a geek.
Are you kidding me? There's a big difference between a geek and a nerd. Okay. Geeks are posers. A lot of geeks are posers. Okay. Oh my
Wait
God.
until 11 for the response from the geek community.
I'll
Not
always be a
scared.
nerd. I'll always be a nerd. I'll always be a nerd. The
Or-
Potsy Weber Club. Wait, was that Happy Days? Potsy was
Yeah.
Happy Days, right?
Yeah.
God, that was a good show. You made a boo boo? I thought I remembered something. What boo boo did Amazon wants 140 for 109? Oh, 109. Okay, that's that's too much. That's silly. That's not right.
eBay
It's all
all
right.
day long.
I'll find it. I will complete my collection. But I have the important ones, and the most important one to me was Egon, because he's the one I mostly relate to. And when I got him, I was very, very happy. And the other guys are fine, but Egon Spengler is my guy, and that's why the new movie made me cry. But it was lovely and it was fitting. So anyway, just don't forget that I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd forever. Ray, didn't you go to a cool cemetery recently or something?
I did go to a cool cemetery recently.
And how was that?
We went to Monroe, Michigan. And if you probably don't know about Monroe, but it is the home of the Lazy Boy. Cheers.
Okay, but the cemetery had something else going for it.
Yes. It has the graves of the family of George Armstrong Custer.
Right, his whole family, who he got most of them killed in the.
Yeah. He's buried at the battlefield, but his family's buried in Monroe, Michigan, and I was there.
He's buried at the battlefield.
He is. How do I know this? It's on a big plaque in the Custer family plot.
Really, they left him on in the battlefield.
That's him and his brother.
He got two of his brothers killed. Him and 4 or 5 of his family members. He got killed in that battle.
And a couple citizens of Monroe, Michigan.
Yeah, it was a mess. It was his flank was decimated. There were like 3 flanks.
That's just a nice way to say it. His flank was
decimated. But in a way, they kind of deserved it.
On a corner downtown in Monroe, streets that I don't remember the names of, is a giant statue of Custer on a horse.
What about Sitting Bull? There's no statue of Sitting Bull?
No. But
well, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right.
The horror museum is in Monroe, Michigan as well.
Really?
1 star. Don't recommend.
Oh no.
Your house is scarier than their house or their museum.
Oh no. Is it like that? Is it like that one we went to in Gettysburg? Remember the one that
Worse. No, the one in Gettysburg. This one makes that place look like the house of genius. You know that doll that you couldn't look at, but the door would start to creep open. It was scarier than the whole museum in Monroe. The whole.
You guys don't know what we're talking about. Ray and I have gone to Gettysburg now.
Be like 6-7 years, isn't it?
Yeah, this will be our 6th year. So it was our first or second year. I don't remember. We were walking around.
It was the second year.
And there's the little door that says there's a, what did it say? Like a haunted museum or a paranormal museum or
it was a haunted museum.
We were looking for something to do. And Claire Claire, hi Claire. I want to say hi to Claire because Claire, I never got your address to send you your prize, and it's still in the envelope waiting to come to you. So email me an
I can
address.
see chat, so hi, Claire.
Okay, hi Claire. So we said, okay, well, we're walking around looking for something to do. And so we go in, right? And there's a nice lady there. She's like, oh, okay. So she's showing us around and acting like everything is so scary. And we're just
Yeah,
like
but she's not
looking
pulling it
at
off
each.
very well.
No,
She's
not
like,
at all. And then we got to a room where
don't
there
look
was
at this too much. It can cause nosebleeds or
the
something.
mirror, right? The mirror you
Yeah.
aren't allowed to look at. And Ray's like, I
Right.
want to look at it. She's like,
I'm totally looking at
no,
it.
no, you can't
I'm
look
gonna
at it.
look
Ray's
at
like,
it anyway.
I want to look at it. I want to look at it. And then we finally tell her what we do, and she's like,
Yeah.
oh,
She's like, oh, yeah.
okay. So this is probably not very scary.
I'm glad this isn't a big group. I didn't, the gullible Joes waiting to
It
get their pants shirt off. You're just making fun of me. Get out of here.
it was so funny. It was so funny. And so that was, oh my God, that's like,
They had that dial in that little alcove with the little door. You can only look at it for so long, and there's a screen that comes down over the dial's face, so she can't steal your soul. It's true.
she was a really nice lady.
Yeah, but
very
she
sweet.
wasn't selling it very well.
No,
I mean, me and
no.
you would have done better. Like, oh no, don't look at this. Oh God, are you kidding me? The last guy who did that, we had to take him out in an ambulance. Holy cow! No, don't look.
Well, you know what? But we did it, right? And it was
Hey.
fun.
You know,
She was-
I'm just
she
saying
was
it's an
very
option
sweet.
for when we retire.
Well,
We'll open our own little haunted museum,
we need
and then we'll have
Yeah.
a real part and a hokey part, and we'll
a hokey part.
yeah.
Oh
You
no,
know, like when
that
they
is
step
so
out of
funny.
mat, like some air, shoots at their face, and they're scared.
Right. Well, it'll be better than the clown gauntlet at Zach's museum, but
Oh yeah, for sure. That was
the-
spooky.
the clown gauntlet. Oh my God! If you go to Zach's museum, and you go in the clown gauntlet. It's probably gone now.
Well, I
It's
thought
a-
for sure that would be really corny and not really worth it, but no, there was some cool stuff in there.
Because the hall, when I was there, I don't know if this was there when you went, but in the hall, you come out of a room and in the hallway, there's these giant clowns all against the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, to me, they were giants because I'm, 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
They're big guy size. And I said to my
Yeah.
husband, I know one of them's a guy. I know they're not all mannequins. I know they're not.
Well,
God, we
I
ended up all
personally
going
liked it.
through, and I made him go behind me, and I turned around, and the one guy moved, and I
Yeah.
knew it. I knew one of
Yeah.
those clowns was going to be a guy.
They had that little thing you had to crawl through to get into the chamber of what the hell was it? The Freemasons.
I don't even
And,
remember
well,
now. It's like
well, I'm in this
5
group, and
years.
this thing goes, you could go to the next room by going through the corridor of hell or whatever it's called, and you got to crawl through it. And
And Ray's like, let me in there.
I was in there. Boom. I was like, get out of my way.
I didn't get offered that. We had the thing in the room where the little guy came in and did the really bad British accent, and it was like a coffin, and it was
Yeah.
it was a really bad British accent.
I think that guy must have been late for work that day because we were the first tour in. But
Oh, he wasn't there yet. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, my grandson's crying. So this has been a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you guys like this topic. If you missed any of it, definitely watch back. Cool stuff. I'll put some timestamps and some links down in there later when I can. And definitely, did I miss a whole bunch? I probably missed a whole bunch of comments. So I'm sorry if I missed you guys. Claire, I said, like I said, you didn't send me your address. I saw that prize to send to you. Can you send me your email to my Facebook? Yes, I will. I will do that. And thank you everybody for being here tonight. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully I'll have something new for you soon. But if there's another cool topic that comes up, I'm gonna jump on with it because I'm kind of into that stuff now. So we shall see. I hope you all have a great rest of the week, what's left of it. Enjoy the holiday on Monday, and I love yous all. We lost, new holiday, Juneteenth. So
I didn't know.
Finish up your games. I'm going to shut off the bot and keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. I'm going to go look for.
That's her mother voice. In case you're wondering out there, that's her mother voice. So finish playing up your games. I'm going to
Finish
turn
a
it
game. Finish a game. I am a mother.
I know it.
Thank you, Dom. Thank you so much for being here. Same to you, and same to all of you that were here, and to anybody watching down the road. Thank you so much. If you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you. And Ray and I and the chicken will see you next time. Love yous. Bye.
Yeah.